You didn't run a marathon today. You weren't lifting bricks. You didn't even move much. But somehow you're exhausted. You get home, you collapse, your brain is fried, your body feels heavy, and no one gets it. Because from the outside, you didn't do that much. But inside, you were at war. Mental tabs open all day, decisions nonstop, emails, Slack, phone buzz, meetings, smiling when you don't feel like it, answering when you're empty, pretending you're on when you're running on fumes. That's not laziness. That's depletion. It's not about muscles. It's about mental load. You were thinking, filtering, translating, censoring, juggling 10 mental windows at once. That burns energy. And when you burn all day without recharging, you crash. And the worst part? You blame yourself. You think, I didn't work hard enough to feel this tired. But that's false. You worked. You just didn't move. And that makes it invisible. But invisible doesn't mean imaginary. Your body keeps score. It knows what you've carried, what you've suppressed, what you've ignored. So the crash you feel after work? It's not just tiredness. It's cognitive fatigue. It's the weight of never pausing, never resetting, never giving your brain a second to breathe. You didn't rest today. You switched tasks. You switched masks. You responded all day without recovering once. That's why you're drained. Not broken, not lazy, depleted. And here's the thing. Most people live like this. Every single day. No decompression, no buffer. Just go, go, go. Then wonder why they snap at home, why they binge, why they shut down. It's not willpower. It's overload. You were never meant to operate without recovery. So let's stop pretending this is normal. And let's stop blaming ourselves for reacting like humans. Because guess what? Your nervous system isn't broken. It's trying to protect you. When you feel that post-work crash, your brain is telling you, hey, we're past capacity, shut it down. But we don't listen. We caffeinate. We scroll. We push through until exhaustion becomes our baseline. But here's the good news. This isn't permanent. You can reverse it. You can feel alive again after work. But it starts with awareness. Not hacks. Not apps. Not fake productivity. Real recovery begins with permission. Permission to stop. Permission to feel. Permission to reset without guilt. This isn't about quitting your job. It's about reclaiming your energy so your job doesn't steal your life. It's about simple rituals that help your brain switch gears, from output to repair. Because you don't need a vacation. You need a reset system that kicks in daily, not just once a year, not just when you're broken, every single night. So if you've ever asked, why am I so tired after doing nothing? This is your answer. You didn't do nothing. You carried more than anyone saw. And now, we're going to fix that. One habit at a time, one pattern at a time, one recovery at a time. Because life after work shouldn't feel like collapse. It should feel like yours again. And that starts right now. The moment you walk through the door matters more than you think. Because what you do in the first 30 minutes after work either resets you or wrecks you. Most people don't have a ritual. They have a reflex. Open phone, scroll, snack, sit. Not because they're lazy, but because their brain has nothing else to do, so it defaults to dopamine. But here's the truth. Dopamine doesn't recharge you. It numbs you. And when the buzz fades, you're still tired, still foggy, still empty. So let's change that. Not with effort, but with intentionality. Start by separating space. Create a physical signal that the workday is over. Change clothes. Wash your face. Light a candle. Play a certain playlist. Train your body to recognize, we're done. We're home. We can exhale now. Next, move. Just a little. Stretch. Walk around the block. Do 5 push-ups. Not to burn calories, to burn tension. Your body holds stress like a sponge holds water. And if you never squeeze it out, it leaks into your night. Now, breathe. Not shallow, not autopilot. Real breathing. In through your nose. Hold. Out through your mouth. Slow. Twice. 3 times. More if needed. Feel your chest drop. Feel your jaw loosen. Feel your nervous system soften. This is the reset. Not dramatic. Not complicated. Just intentional. After that, pause your input. No emails. No headlines. No back-to-back stimulation. Let silence be part of your space, even if just for 5 minutes. This doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be yours. This is how you reclaim the first 30 minutes, not as wasted time, but as a doorway, from stress to self. Because what you do right after work teaches your body how to let go. You're not a machine. You can't just shift from work mode to life mode without transition. That transition is recovery. It's when the noise leaves. It's when the mask drops. It's when you come back. So give yourself that time, not as luxury, but as necessity. Protect it like a meeting. Guard it like your health. Because it is your health. And the best part? Once you do this a few days in a row, your body starts asking for it. You'll feel the tension at 6 p.m. and want to breathe, want to walk, want to unplug. Because you're teaching your nervous system what peace feels like again. This is habit reprogramming. This is life design. And it starts after work. Don't wait until you crash. Don't wait until burnout forces you to rest. Rest on purpose. Reset on schedule. Recover like it's strategy, because it is. And the people who protect this space, they show up better, they think clearer, they connect deeper, not because they try harder, but because they pause smarter. So take your 30 minutes, every day, as a gift to yourself, as a boundary, as a signal that you matter. The rest of your night will thank you for it. You think sleep is enough, but if that were true, you wouldn't wake up tired. You're getting hours, but not recovery. Because real rest doesn't start when your head hits the pillow. It starts before that. It starts with how you land the day, how you close the mental tabs, how you let go of the noise. But most people don't land. They crash, scrolling in bed, laptop still open, mind racing through tomorrow's problems. That's not rest. That's stimulation in disguise. Your body's horizontal, but your brain's still sprinting. And you wonder why you wake up heavy. Let's change that. Let's make your night a system of soft shutdown. Start with an anchor. One thing that tells your brain, work is over. We're done thinking. It could be a sentence, a breath, a light turned off. The point isn't what it is. The point is that it's consistent, predictable, calming. Then, clear space. Not just physically, mentally. Write down your thoughts. Not fancy journaling, just unload. One sentence, one worry, one to-do that's nagging. Don't let your mind hold it all. Put it somewhere safe. That's how you make room for rest. Now, no screens. I know, hard. But here's why. Screens don't just hurt your eyes. They keep your brain in input mode, which means you're never done. And if you're never done, your body doesn't feel safe to shut down. So try this. 30 minutes screen-free before bed. Fill it with nothing or something gentle. Soft music, stretching, breathing, reading something real. And then breathe. Again. Always. Slow. Deep. Let the tension melt. Feel your face relax. Your shoulders drop. Your body say, yes, we're okay now. Because that's the key. You have to teach your body what safety feels like. Only then will it rest. Really rest. It's not about 8 hours. It's about the quality of those hours. And quality doesn't come from exhaustion. It comes from preparation. You prepare for rest like you prepare for performance. You build habits that lead to recovery. Not just collapse. Because collapse isn't rest. It's a warning. But you're not waiting for that anymore. You're choosing rest on purpose. And here's what happens when you do. You wake up lighter. Not just physically, mentally. You start the day without fog, without weight, without resentment. Because your night actually gave you something back. Not just sleep, but peace. And peace is a cheat code. It makes you more patient, more focused, more you. That's the power of night done right. And it starts with the smallest changes. A screen off, a breath in, a thought written down, a body finally allowed to let go. You don't need to overhaul your life. You just need to honor your nights. Let them be quiet. Let them be simple. Let them be sacred. This is how you stop feeling drained. Not by adding more effort, but by subtracting the noise. So tonight, don't just fall asleep. Land the day. The way you start your morning decides the energy of your entire day. But most mornings, they don't start. They attack. Alarm blares. You grab your phone. Notifications hit you like a wave. You scroll, you stress, you compare, and suddenly, you're behind before you even got out of bed. That's not a morning. That's a mental ambush. And it's no wonder you're drained by 10 a.m. Your nervous system never had a chance. So let's build a new kind of morning. Not perfect, not 5 a.m. miracle, just peaceful. Start here. No screen for the first 15 minutes. None. Let your brain wake up without a flood of other people's voices. Before the world speaks, hear yourself first. Sit, stand, stretch, stare out the window. Doesn't matter. Just don't react yet. Let your body land. Let your mind sink. Then, hydrate. Not coffee, not sugar, just water. It's not about the liquid. It's about the signal. You're telling your body, we're refreshing, we're awake, we're in control. Now, breathe, slow, simple, intentional. You're not meditating, you're grounding. Inhale clarity, exhale chaos. Even just 5 breaths can reset your baseline. Next, one action. Small, clean, tangible. Make your bed. Write 1 sentence. Put on clothes you like. The goal isn't productivity, it's ownership. You're showing your brain, I choose how today begins. Because choice creates power, and power beats panic. You don't need an hour-long ritual. You need a few moments that are yours. Moments without rush, without noise, without demands. Those moments add up. And here's the beauty. Once you start reclaiming your morning, you stop chasing your day. You move with direction, not just reaction. You don't absorb stress, you deflect it. Because your system was built to handle it. Most people fuel themselves with urgency. You're learning to fuel with calm. And calm is sustainable. It doesn't burn you out, it builds you up. So from now on, let your morning protect your energy. Not drain it, not leak it, not hand it away to 1,000 tiny distractions. Your morning is yours. Guard it, shape it, honor it. That's how you stop ending the day empty, by not starting it in chaos. This is recovery in reverse. Rest isn't just what you do at night. It's how you move in the first light. Simple shifts, real results, energy that lasts. Because you don't need more hours, you need fewer leaks. And now, you've started plugging them. You're starting your days with strength, stillness, and just enough space to breathe. That space is where the power lives, and you're finally claiming it. You could have the best habits in the world, but if your environment is toxic, your energy will leak, because it's not just what you do, it's what surrounds you while you do it. Noise, clutter, tension, interruptions. They don't seem like much, but they add up. They wear you down, quietly, consistently, relentlessly. And most of us, we've gotten used to it. We normalize the noise. We adjust to the mess. We tolerate the tension. But your nervous system doesn't. It stays on alert. It burns energy to manage that chaos. And by the end of the day, you feel fried. But you can't explain why. It's your space, the background clutter, the blinking lights, the constant beeps. They're not neutral. They're draining you. So what's the fix? You don't need a mansion. You need intention. Create calm corners. even tiny ones. A clear desk, a soft light, a spot where your brain knows, this is where I breathe. Control the input. Noise cancel if you have to. Mute notifications. Choose silence over stimulation whenever you can. Visual peace equal mental space. Because every distraction you remove is one more drop of energy you get back. And this isn't just about objects. It's about people too. Some conversations drain you before they even start. Some presences carry tension like perfume. Be honest about that. Notice who leaves you lighter and who makes you carry more. You don't have to cut everyone off, but you do have to manage your exposure. Limit how long you stay in draining spaces. Limit how often you explain yourself to people who never really listen. That's not rude. That's responsible. Protecting your energy isn't selfish. It's strategy. And that strategy starts with awareness. What noises wear you down? What mess clouds your focus? What voices leave you tired, not inspired? Once you see it, you can change it. Not all at once, but piece by piece, bit by bit. You clear the clutter, you shift the sounds, you curate the company, and suddenly, you don't feel drained for no reason anymore. Because now, your environment restores you. It doesn't attack you. You walk in and feel calm. You look around and breathe easier. You're not defending your space. You're resting in it. That's the goal. Your home should not feel like another job. Your desk should not feel like another enemy. Your evenings should not feel like another performance. This is your space, and you get to decide how it feels. So don't just declutter your room. Declutter your life. Unfollow what drains you. Delete what distracts you. Distance what disrespects your peace. You don't have to justify peace, you just have to build it. And when you do, everything gets lighter, cleaner, calmer. Not because life got easier, but because you stopped leaking energy. This is how you stop ending the day in survival mode. You stop fighting your environment, and you start letting it heal you. Every soft light, every clear surface, every boundary respected, they all give you energy back. And the best part? You built it. You chose it. You claimed it. That's recovery you can feel. In the air, in your breath, in your whole nervous system. This is your space now. Let it reflect your peace. You used to end your days on empty, like something took all of you and left nothing. But now, you know why. It wasn't weakness. It wasn't failure. It was leakage. Mental, emotional, environmental. You were bleeding energy all day long, and no one told you how to stop it. Until now. Now, you've got tools, rituals, recovery built in. Not dramatic changes, just deliberate ones. You know the first 30 minutes after work aren't throwaway. They're sacred. You've made space, you've made silence, you've made it safe to exhale. You don't collapse anymore, you land. You don't scroll to numb. You breathe to reset. You don't go to bed overloaded. You unload first. You sleep like someone who respects their nervous system, because you do. And you wake up not behind, not panicked, but clear. You own your morning, even if it's short, even if it's quiet. It's yours. And your environment. You've cleaned more than clutter. You've cleaned out chaos. You've made your space a soft place to land, not another place to perform. You've stopped making rest conditional. You've made it non-negotiable. And that's changed everything. Because now, you're not trying to keep up. You're controlling your pace. You're not a battery. You're a system. And that system? It runs best when it's respected. You respect it. By unplugging without guilt. By breathing without rushing. By saying enough before you collapse. You don't wait to break anymore. You repair as you go. That's mastery. That's maturity. That's what energy intelligence looks like, and people will notice. You won't be as reactive. You won't be as foggy. You won't burn out over the little things, because your foundation isn't chaos anymore. It's calm, a calm you built, one choice at a time. That's power. That's freedom. That's you becoming someone new, not someone who pushes harder, someone who knows when to pause, not someone who fakes energy, someone who protects it. You're no longer ruled by exhaustion. You're fueled by awareness. And when life gets loud again, You'll know what to do. You'll breathe. You'll reset. You'll come back to what you've built. Because now you know. Rest isn't a luxury. It's leverage. Recovery isn't retreat. It's strategy. And a calm nervous system is your superpower. This is who you are now. Not drained, not depleted, not on edge, but steady, resilient, recharged. This is how you stop surviving your job and start living your life. One breath, one boundary, one quiet victory at a time. You've earned this, you've built this, and no one can take it from you.